What up, world? And this is why you have a chance to break them down like he does.
Yeah.
You know, like systematic.
And this is.
And always with good fight, especially undisputed, you're gonna get that. You know what I mean?
BTR Boxing.
And Boxing with Jeff. It's a podcast. What up, world? Thank you for getting with us on another episode. This is BTR Boxing and Boxing with Jeff. And you know, we're gonna start off a little different. You know, we are your co-hosts, and we never introduced ourselves. You know, from the previous episodes. This is my boy Manny, and obviously I am Jeff. So you know who we are. But again, you know, we're gonna get with some recaps from these past couple of weeks in boxing. You know, we've been away for a minute, but we back now.
Yep.
So what we gonna get into?
All right, I think first let's do a boxing recap. It has been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Let's start with what's going on at 154. I think it is getting a little hot.
154.
Getting hot. So let's start with the last couple of fights at 154. I think let's start with the champ, Fundora. He won against Cordell.
Unified champ.
Yeah, unified champ. Yeah. WBC WBO champ.
WBC WBO.
Yep. What are your thoughts?
You know, I think that from the jump, of course, Booker was a smaller guy.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to establish something early. You know, like way early, but it just, he fell short. Just being a littler man. Fundora, he did it. Fundora, he did his thing, and I think he did what he always does. You know what I'm saying? He uses that jab. He gets good inside work. Uses uppercuts. You know what I mean? And he takes his opponent out like that. So, I think it was a nice, easy win for him. Little layoff, coming back. Was supposed to fight Earl Spence Jr., but that didn't work. So, he got Booker as a replacement. So, he went and did what the champ was supposed to do: get him in, get him out.
Yeah, I mean, you can only fight with who's in front of you.
Yeah.
Like you said, he was supposed to fight Spence in that fight day at Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
But that couldn't happen, not his fault. So, Booker's the next man up, which was one of the, I think, mandatories, right? That's why he got the shot, I believe.
Yeah. He had to be some kind of rankings, you know what I'm saying?
The WBO. Yeah,
obviously.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
no
about
offense,
right. So.
no offense.
Yeah, no
sounds
offense.
about right.
So, he got his title shot.
He got his title shot.
Came and went. But, yeah. Shout out to Fundora. So.
Yeah, so
sure.
He did his thing as he should, a big guy, so good for him. After that one too, that like I said, that division's been hot. We had some action in Australia, mate, with your boy Timmy Sue finally coming back and getting a victory versus Joey Spencer.
Joey Spence.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
To be expected how it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Joey Spencer, shout out to Timmy Spencer. He's a good fighter. You know what I mean? Still got a lot to learn. And I just think the caliber and the high output of punches and the way that Tim Sue fights, it wasn't equally matched. He tried to hang in there and try to, pop his jab, and try to do his little thing. But I mean, obviously, once Tim started letting the hands go, Timmy Sue, he was doing his thing. And once he lets him go, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, it looked like Joey was just outgunned. I mean, it's tough.
Super.
I mean, he didn't have a full training camp. I believe he was an add-on, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, shout out to him for even taking the fight, going to Australia.
Still, if it was a full camp, I still think just the styles didn't match up.
Yeah,
styles
I mean,
make fights and
yeah, Timmy's on a different level. Whether he was coming off a loss or not, Timmy's no Joey Spencer. No offense, but he's at a different level. And he came back with the win, thankfully, which there was also another fight in Australia, Keith Thurman. Back in action. Against Jarvis, I believe it was. Jarvis. But he fought
Jarvis.
in Australia as well.
Yeah.
Which is setting up the obvious here.
And that was with the third round stoppage.
Yeah, third round
stoppage.
Yeah.
And he dropped him before he stopped him. So, Thurman looked real good out there. One time, we miss you, so it's going to be good to see you back in the ring doing your thing. And I know you and Timmy were supposed to fight before, but now it's about to officially bump off, so, we're going to get that.
Yeah, it was interesting to see how well he looked off a 2-year layoff and injury. don't forget the injury, because that's why he had the 2-year layoff.
I forgot about the injury.
It was an injury, you know. So
and to work like he did, you know, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'll be honest with you, with the type of injury he had at the age and the type of layoffs he had, I thought that might have been him. So for him to look that sharp, that quickly, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that means he about his business. He about to come in and he's gonna do what one time do.
He just threw a wrench at 154. He just threw a wrench at 154.
Yeah, 154 is hot, man.
Yeah,
that division is hot. So leading with that, we got the Thurman, fighting the Zoo next. You know what I mean? We got Fandora sitting there waiting to see who his next opponent is, obviously. But I'm hearing that should be Xavier
Zayas. Well, he wants the shot.
Yeah.
I don't think
he wants him or he wants Virgil, and I believe he's going to probably get Fandora first.
But here's going to be the problem there, though. Because a lot of people forget Jermel's coming back.
Yeah, the king is coming back.
Jermel's coming back.
His throne, for sure.
And the good thing about WBC, a lot of people give WBC, shade, but I like how they stand up for fighters. For instance, Jermel never lost the title.
No.
So once he comes back,
never lost none of his belts.
No, he didn't lose any of them.
Once he stepped in that ring with Canelo Alvarez, that's when he got stripped. That's what didn't make him, the undisputed champion no more. But I mean, technically he was, but he wasn't because he took the belts, and then they just start plucking away, doing a little shady. But it's cool. He's gonna come back and do what he did the first time.
Right,
He's gonna wipe out everything and go get them all back again.
To me, I think it makes sense to line him up with Fandora for those belts.
That'd be dope.
Right.
Or Baccarat.
Or Baccarat for the other belt.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think him being a king and not losing his belts, he should go straight in.
I would like a Baccarat fight, and then after that, getting the other 2 belts with Fandora makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
And it's to be determined who his opponent supposed to be on the he's supposed to be on the tank card. So
yeah,
co-main. So waiting on that.
But with that being said, I don't see a Xander Zayas getting a title shot right now.
Never know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you never know. You're right. You're right.
It's boxing.
You're right.
Every day, every week is something different.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Like when, say for instance, when Jermel got the shot, they were saying it was Jamal. Everybody went nuts. Then they said it was Jermel. Everybody was like, I get it because he's the littler guy, but I mean at the same time he proved and he showed bro, I got the belts, and to have 2 undisputed guys go at the same time, history in the making, bro.
Right.
So shouts out to the king for doing his thing. So
to me, why punish him for something like that? So I think he deserves his shots as soon as he comes back. So like you said, hopefully it's a Baccarat fight right away, not like a tune-up or anything like that. So hopefully it's a title shot right away. But we'll see what happens there. But 154 is hot right now.
Yeah, 154 is blazing. You know what I mean? You got the king, 154, Jermel Charlo. You got Virgil Ortiz. You got Keith Thurman. You got Tenzu. You got Sebastian Fandora. You got Baccarat. You got Ladrimov. I'm pretty sure he's going to go up to, or he's at 154. One stays at 147. But you got a lot of dudes blazing over there. So we'll see what's happening.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because like you said, it's a lot of guys at 54 now.
Yeah, a lot of guys at 54. So I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I wouldn't be mad at a tournament.
Muhammad Ali tournament.
Right? A Super 6 at 54.
I think if Turkey get involved, he just gonna get straight to it. He's gonna get straight to it and just give us what we want.
Right?
So shout out to Turkey.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Been great.
So on to the next topic.
Speaking of Turkey, let's not forget another recap. George Joyce coming back and losing versus Hrgovic.
We gotta stop that. We was recording. We gotta be real with y'all every time. We gotta dial it back. We gotta talk about the David Atlee first. Before we talk about
the same card.
I know, same card, but that fight first.
Same card.
So David Atlee, and he was fighting against, what was my man's name again?
Genie Shakiba? I can't remember his name. Something like that.
What he said.
Something like that. I butchered the name, but
their press conference, was heating up.
Truth,
yeah. They was popping.
The truth.
They both, man, was just yeah. They was both going at it.
Man.
Dude got super hot. He crashed out, flipped the table. So with that being said, I was like, hey, this is gonna be an interesting fight to see. And watching it, they both was trying to fill each other out, throwing blows back and forth. Then Adley just
Yeah, press conference was
took over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And dominated like he always does. You know what I mean? He got that power, that speed. And, hey, British heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he became the British champ. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I mean, that was a great co-main event.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think it's a great reason to bring it up because George Joyce coming back and losing the way he did.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts on the main event, losing to Ergovic pretty much every single round?
I kind of was leaning towards Horgovich anyway because I like him. You know what I mean? I was watching a lot of fights or his upcoming fights. You know what I mean? Before he even got on the turkey cards.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Just when you step up to bigger stages and just different fighters, especially coming our way, it's a bit different. And he just had a lesson to be learned. You know what I mean? With a lot of the fighters, obviously, like I said, Turkey's not playing. He's putting them together, and either you're gonna put up and show out, or you're gonna get put out.
Yeah.
And Orgovich did his thing each round. They won 10 solid ones, and he did great.
Yeah, I think so
Joe
too.
Joyce, he might have to dial it back a little bit and reevaluate. I think he's kind of in the Chris Chisora era, just kind of just a gatekeeper, a name for and not even really in the goodest way, but I mean, because he's coming off from losses, so he came out being on top, the juggernaut. Hopefully he can get back into his groove, but the way the heavyweight division is going, to be honest, is just taking off.
Yeah.
So if you ain't hanging in there with that speed and that power, it ain't gonna matter.
I think they should probably. I mean, if he's gonna keep fighting, he probably should fight the co-main event young star, the new British heavyweight champ. You know what I mean? That type of fight, I think he's gonna need.
You gonna do that to him? Somebody super fast, powerful.
At this point, it's gonna be something like that, or he's gonna have to hang him up. To be honest with you, like you said, the heavyweight division is not like the heavyweight division of old, where it was slow and nothing going on. Right now, the heavyweight division's packed,
super packed.
You know what I mean?
It's like 54. It's hot.
It's hot right now.
And
so
you got Deontay Wilder making a comeback coming soon. So, if he come back as old Deontay, it's a wrap for everybody.
So, like you said, yeah.
If
so
he does.
You have someone like Wilder even coming back. So that heavyweight division is very, very, very dangerous, very
Still
hot right now. So
and you got the undisputed champ Alexander Usyk that just holds all the belts and is just ready to go at any time, any moment, anybody.
And to be honest with you, what I've seen the problem with Joe Joyce is how slow he is.
Yeah,
he's a little slow.
He
with
stays
the
in
punches.
that gear. He doesn't ever turn up. Like he moves, but moving, you got to throw those punches too. You got to land precise. You got to, you know what I mean. You got to actually do work.
Yep.
And the way he going ain't gonna work. So
that's what I'm saying. I think
just
he has no
make
other
some
option.
adjustments in his camp. Like you said, he has no other option. Try to take out the young gun.
Yeah, it has to.
But I think if he fight Hadley, so it's gonna be a knockout.
I mean, at this point, he has no other option. I mean, he can't take it slow. You know what I mean? No one's. I mean, if you're not building up to something, you're coming out back-to-back losses.
True.
So you got to show something at this point. So
True.
To me, something like that makes a lot of sense for both fighters.
Yeah.
The young star fighting somebody that is a name, and Joe Joyce showing that he's still a name.
Exactly.
So
because you gotta hold on. You
itself.
gotta hold on to what you got in boxing.
Yeah.
It comes and goes so fast.
Yeah.
And shout out to team Joyce. But gotta go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Got some thinking to do.
A lot of thinking. And that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to readjust. Think about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the bigger picture. Look at the drawing board of fighters. And then go from there.
Yep.
Your team is there to, make the best decisions for you. So hopefully they do.
Yeah. I mean, that's an excellent point. He's going to have to sit down with his team entirely. Just not himself. He needs to hear from other people and make a informed decision from there. But it's not looking good. So, but best of luck to them either way. Even if he comes back, I mean, it's never a boring fight with him regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He got the heart of a warrior like every other fighter.
Right. No throwing any shade, but it's just facts are facts. Back-to-back losses in the heavyweight division, it's never good.
Most definitely.
So, good luck to them.
Yeah. Shout out to Team Joyce. You know what I'm saying? And on to the next.
Mm-hmm. On to the next, which is fight week. Conor Benn.
Again, I got to stop you. I know it's been a while, guys. We are forgetting about Boots.
I forgot about Boots.
You forget about Boots.
I completely forgot about Boots.
Yeah. And his Boots. Jariah in his Boots. You know what I mean? He just came off a great, 6-round stoppage against, how you say his name?
man, why did I forget?
Stanionis.
Stanionis. There you go, Stanionis.
Yeah, sorry, my bad, man.
Yes.
Yeah, Stanionis, and he did what he was supposed to do. I know a lot of people were concerned, saying, he looked weight drained, and he looked all sucked up in skinny boots, during the weigh-in and all that, which he did. But I mean, hopefully, just move up from there. But still, he went in, did his thing, stopped him, and got the victory. And I liked that. You know what I'm saying? Like, still, just he tried to last as long as he could. And I just thought it was going to be that type of fight. He was just going to last as long as he could. You know what I mean? No shade from him because he was a champ too. But he had to snatch that belt and get that Ring magazine. So that was excellent.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boots.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, he earned the Ring magazine belt.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a sound victory.
King Boots
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
The way he handled that fight was amazing.
Yeah.
Great bounce back from the last time we had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
We were talking about a questionable performance and then wondering if he could even fight versus Virgil Ortiz. And now we're talking about him being the Ring magazine champ.
Yeah, he put that weight back
what a turnaround.
on and looked real refreshing. Oh, it's going to be a wrap.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? I
That's
think him or more weight would be dangerous too.
Yeah, it would.
Way dangerous. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Him doing what he had to do to make weight for this one and go and get a victory. And you know what I'm saying? Not just become unified, but a Ring magazine champion. And that's a dope belt to get. Like, you got to lose that one. You got to lose it to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
They can't just strip you. So, that's what will be interesting.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I was going to say. Dialing it back a little bit more. As far as Dremel, like, does he still keep that Ring magazine belt because he never lost it? Or they still found their way? They still have a loophole where they can take it?
I believe they took it. They can't take it, too, because he jumped away.
Because he what?
Because he jumped up weight.
Oh, okay. So that probably was their time to. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I believe they snatched it because of that.
Technically.
Okay.
All right.
So, which they did, I get.
Yeah.
So,
okay. That was
I believe so.
question.
Yeah. Because he jumped up. That's the only reason. But if he wouldn't have jumped up, it was inactivity, he'd still be holding it.
For sure.
Yep.
But again, shout out to Team Boots on his victory, his win. Unified champ, Ring magazine.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Looking to see bigger and better things from you. You know what I'm saying? Move up and weight, do your thing.
Or stay.
Yeah, or stay and just wipe out everything.
You see what's coming, right?
Yeah.
You see what's coming right behind them,
Yeah.
And we're going to see in a couple weeks. So, a couple of those fighters talking about going up and getting a title shot.
Oh, for sure.
So
I guess, hold
big
your
things
throne
coming if
down,
he can
big man.
stay.
Hold your throne down, you know what I'm saying, at 47 and deal.
Right.
Do your thing.
Teofimo and
I wouldn't
Boots.
rush it, you know what I mean?
Teofimo and Boots makes a lot of sense at 47. So he has options.
That'd be dope.
He has options.
He has super options.
He has some options as a champion,
So
like I
don't
said,
listen to me, baby. Do your thing, man.
Like I said, it's a
look
different
good out there,
conversation than we had last time. Now he has some options.
Most
You know what I mean? Like, wow.
And ain't nobody right there at 47 doing what you're doing. So at 47, keep doing you.
If
keep
you can make the
them
weight.
out. Make the weight.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah, if he makes the
Shout
weight.
out Boots.
Yeah, so he has some option. Congrats, champ. You earned it.
Most
so,
definitely.
Yeah.
Now, week to fight week.
All right. Now it's fight week.
We got Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn.
Yeah.
We had the first fight that was going to take place, but obviously Ben got popped, and he got popped again. So, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He did. Honestly, true.
Yeah.
So, I was looking forward to that fight. I am still forward to this fight.
Yeah.
And it's going to be crazy.
I mean, to me, yeah, like you said, I was looking forward to the first fight.
First off, who you leaning towards? Who you picking? Who you? Come on, come on, honest truth.
All right, as of right now, I can't call it. It's difficult because, okay, Conor Benn is coming up, right? Coming up in weight.
Mm-hmm.
And Eubank is a bigger guy, but then Eubank has been dropped.
Yeah, but Eubank ain't been popped. Cheap. Oh. Sorry, y'all.
That's gonna be the question. That's gonna be the question. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how's Conor Benn gonna look now that let's say it's true, right? Because he says that he will.
Let's just think about this. Why did you have to get popped on a substance? Because you were scared of Eubank Jr. Obviously. Or no.
Or here's the thing.
Don't do it.
No,
don't do it. Don't do it.
I have to.
Go ahead.
I have to.
Go ahead.
I have to.
Or what? Come on. What's the scenario?
Or if he didn't know. It's a possibility. If he didn't, tell me, has it happened? These guys have trainers. They have nutritionists. They have this guy making your shake. This guy in charge of this and that.
And if
It
you
coulda
got
happened.
chefs, they should be knowing
Coulda
and looking
happened.
and seeing what's into these meats and these stuff that they're cooking their fighters too.
I agree. That's
You
the
know,
problem.
if you
They're
don't want
not-
to sitting there, doing my portion control and putting me on these strict diets and everything, you should be
But
looking at the
that's my
packages
point.
and looking at the
That's kind of my point. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the intention. You got pop regardless. So yeah, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, here's the problem when you're doing all that. There's too many hands in there. You don't know who's giving you what, and this is why you're getting popped. Especially with all this VADA stuff now with the blood work.
Yeah, and
They're
people should
catching
just be popping
everything.
anything in their mouth from everybody. Hey, try this, try that.
Right, and that's the
Like,
problem with all this
no,
new
no,
age
no.
stuff. That is the problem with the new age, that new age stuff.
Yeah, but that is my question: Is he gonna be the man he said he gonna be? You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see that.
Well, that's what I was trying to get at. It's gonna depend.
Sorry, I
It's
didn't
gonna
cut you
depend.
off.
No.
My fault.
Well, that was kind of my point. Like, it depends. We're gonna know whether or not he was doing the stuff dirty, because a dirty fighter you can always tell right afterwards, because the performance usually shows.
Because if he loses, Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Yeah,
Real.
exactly. So I'm glad that they are doing the fight for that reason. It's gonna show.
Yeah.
And if you got popped leading up to the first fight, well, because the first fight never happened, you don't think Eubank's gonna be more stricter on the testing now? You know what I mean? So if he wins, it's because he
right before,
won.
they tested right after. And I mean, right after.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They're probably on his bumper, so, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse us for the background noise. We is outside. But again, yeah, it's going to be most definitely interesting.
But I mean, that's what
to
I
see
like.
what happens.
That's what I like this about this fight. It's gonna show whether or not he was doing something dirty or not with the performance. Even if he loses, it's gonna show in the performance, because he should be able to go 12 rounds with a Eubank.
I think that this is a 50-50 fight.
It is.
You know what I mean? And they can go either way.
It is.
The man that I can't even just say whoever starts off good is going to end up winning, because you can start off good and end up bad. But again, I think it's a 50-50 fight. It's going to be interesting to see if a man even gets dropped.
To me, it depends. To me, it's gonna depend on Eubank. If Eubank controls the distance, because he's the bigger, longer guy,
He
uses
is
that
gonna
jab
pop
the
that
way he
jab.
does.
I already
He
know.
pops that jab, keeps that
Come
guy
on.
at a distance,
How
at a
he
range.
looked in the return with Beefy Smith, he's going to do the same thing, but be more amped, because this is real bad blood between them. So I honestly think he's going to pop that thing, keep that distance, because Conor Benn, bro, he got power and speed on him.
He
bro.
does. He does.
I said, no matter what
And-
people say, he got that thing. He got that fire too. So
And that's gonna be the problem. Eubank can't get too emotional on this fight.
both of them.
Well, it'll
Both
help
of 'em.
Ben. It'll help Ben.
And I think if either one gets emotional, it's going to be a wrap for them. Because that's where they're going to not be thinking about, really, the fight is going to be so much of, part of the rivalry of what they went through and all that. And
Well, to me,
keep your head on a swivel at all times.
for me, for Conor Ben to win this fight, he needs to win by stoppage.
I mean, yeah.
I don't see
And it's a
him.
possibility. Because like you
Yeah.
said, Eubank Jr. has been dropped. And if that boy catches him clean,
Right.
ooh,
Right. And that's
good night.
and that's the only way he's gonna beat a Eubank, I think, because I like how Eubank boxes, and I don't see him getting outboxed by Conor Ben.
I'm kind of going towards Ben.
Going with Ben.
Yeah.
Stoppage.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
going with Ben. Hopefully, if he does stop him, it'll be in the later rounds. And if not, hopefully we can get like an in between, like 6 or 7 round, and then he put him out. But no disrespect and no flack to Chris Eubank Jr. and his squad, because he got some stuff going on right now. His dad talking about he ain't gonna be in his corner, and he's over there rocking with Ben. So that's a lot of mind games
don't
being
get me
played
started
right now.
on that. Don't get me started.
I'm not. I'm
Don't
just,
get me
I'm just bringing it to the
started.
forefront, because that's it's the pot.
Oh my
so
God.
we talk about everything. So
Yeah, no, for sure.
just throwing it out there. But I mean, shout out to both fighters. You know what I'm saying? Again, 50-50 blazing in my head. May the best man win.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And if it's a good fight, which I know it's going to be, let's get a rematch.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Unless somebody gets slept. Because if somebody gets slept, there ain't no need. Like Tank said, if I knock you out, what's the point of me fighting you again?
Yeah, if Conor Ben
That's
stops him,
just-
it's over. It's over.
a
There's no
wrap.
rematch. Yeah, the only way is a rematch if it goes to decision.
If he gets slept, we don't have to see him. Oh, tiny way. You don't know. I like that. I had to throw that out there.
Ow.
Yeah, outro. But yeah.
For sure.
So,
Yep.
you know, I mean, I think, you know, for this episode, that's all we got for you guys. You know what I mean? Just some recaps from the past couple weeks of, you know, these fights going on.
Yep.
You know, it's been a minute, but, you know, we are back.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm saying? It is BTR Boxing.
We back outside.
And it's boxing with Jeff. Let's go.
We back.
Got it.